found their winning formula. You know what it is? Run the football and then let Rodgers run around and make plays with his legs. Graz watched on Sunday and he loved it. He said, you know what? Rodgers is spry. I know he's older, but he still figures out how to get on the run and make plays. And oh yeah, the defense is coming alive. Jalen Ramsey, 2 sacks in the game, stopping the run. The Steelers favored to win the division? Maybe.
They actually are now finally favored to win the division at 4-1. With the Ravens sitting at 1-5, and the other 2 Ohio teams trading quarterbacks one to the other, which caught the attention of Mike Tomlin. And he didn't like it, and he wants you to know it. In his press conference yesterday, Tomlin questioned the Cleveland Browns and their general manager, Andrew Berry, for the decision to trade Flacco to Cincinnati. Listen.
To be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me. To trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
I love it. My favorite
tenure is awesome.
He took the group chat to the public. Yeah. You my favorite part. My favorort part is
his full name.
They could have went on Andrew Berry on a lot more than that. He just waited until it was the Flacco thing. But you know what happened? Like it was last year that when they were playing the Colts and he told them, make sure you don't knock AR out of the game. I don't want to see Flacco. Man. Flacco comes in and beats him. And so he's got some, listen, he's seen some Flacco days where they come back. He's salty at Andrew for making that trade in the division. I love the old school mentality.
Yeah, I think he does understand exactly what's going on, and that's why he doesn't like it. He feels like...
What is it? What is going on?
I mean, he feels like the Bengals got a little bit better, and the Browns don't care about what happens in the division this season. So they're like, all right, let me get some picks, whatever, and don't make my team. He wanted to go up against Jake Browning, and now he's got Joe Flacco.
And you got him twice in the next few weeks. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're concerned about Flacco, then, yeah, I can understand being ticked off.
And for Andrew Berry and the Browns, they're looking at it like you said, Nick, you got a draft pick, and they're also looking at it as, you know what, for the Cincinnati Bengals, we don't want you to end up with the number 1 pick. We're going to give you Joe Flacco. He'll be just good enough to win a game or 2. Now you end up picking in the teams, and we're actually helping our team for the future. We don't give a damn about the Pittsburgh Steelers and how it impacts them. We hate everybody in the division.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not his job to worry about how it impacts anybody.
I don't even think it was even that nefarious. I think it's like, we're done with this guy. Someone's offering us something. We're going to take it. Yeah. Like, that's it. Like they weren't going to play Flacco the rest of the year.
Let's go back to the beginning part of it. Are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to win that division?
I mean, the rules say somebody has to. Right. Like, that's in the rules. So, look, I don't.
It hurts them.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you'd have to say yes. But, like, get back. If the Bengals beat them Thursday night, like, are all bets off? Do the Ravens have a softer schedule coming up and get their quarterback back healthy? I mean, it's not over. We've seen the Steelers start out hot and fade. That wouldn't be the first time it's ever happened. So, but they're the only ones really that things have gone well for so far in that division.
Yeah, no, I think I would lean towards the Steelers. However, like the Ravens defense, without getting the people back, played a little bit better, honestly, a lot better against this Rams team. If Lamar comes back and that offense goes back to scoring 30 points and has
a lot of ifs. It's one if. I mean, it's one if. If the defense keeps playing good, if Lamar comes back, plays good, if they score 30 points a game, you can't group them all together.
If Lamar comes back, they score 30 points.
Oh, okay.
That's not an if.
Okay, you combine it. I got you.
The reality is when you're 1-5, you need a lot of ifs to fall your way. Their schedule, the Ravens' schedule, in theory, does look manageable, and they get 2 cracks at Pittsburgh, so they will have their opportunity to climb back into it. But the Steelers are now.
Shefty, it feels as though this is going to be a massive week as far as trades go. Who's buying and who's selling? We used to hear that in high school, but who actually is doing that when it comes to the players this week? I mean, Tampa needs a receiver, it sounds like, especially if those guys are going to be out. Obviously, there's some, drama going around with a couple teams. Philly comes to mind. And then there are teams like the Ravens who are kind of just underperforming, have some players that either might get paid or might not get paid. They just moved Odafe Owe last week, and he is a potential contract player. Who do you think is going to be the most active this week? And are there any big names kind of on boards right now, you think?
Yeah, well, if we look at it, last week there were 3 trades. And last year leading up to the trade deadline, there were 18 trades in the month of October leading up to the deadline. The deadline is Tuesday, November 4th, 3 weeks from tomorrow. So, again, I don't know of any trade right now that's close. We'll have to check in, but I would think that there will be trades that are made this week because there were last week. You've got The Chargers looking for a running back. The Steelers looking for a receiver. The Eagles always looking for help. The Browns alternately are buyers and sellers. They're still trying to rebuild their roster, but I think they have some offensive linemen that might draw interest elsewhere. I think a team that everybody's watching is the Dolphins. They've got Bradley Chubb. They've got Jalen Phillips. And we'll see how that goes. What's up with that, Pat?
Just the Browns buying and selling. I'll take 5 new cards, 4 new cards, 3, whatever. What are you willing to give? We're open for business. We are open for business here. Just describing different states of teams is what you just did right there. Hey, this team's going to be buying, this team's going to be looking, this team's going to be looking. Those are teams that are thinking about a future. And when you talk about teams that are selling, it's like, okay, they're thinking about leaving. The Browns are like, hey, listen, whatever you got, what do you want? Let's make a deal. What do you want? You want to move? You want to groove?
Ladies and gentlemen of Steelers Nation, strap in because what we're diving into today isn't just another trade rumor. No, this is about vision. It's about championship DNA. It's about how the Pittsburgh Steelers could reshape the future of this season and maybe the next few if they make one bold move. Welcome to Steelers Nation Wire, your home for passionate, unfiltered takes on everything black and gold. And today, we're talking about a move that could shift the balance of power in the AFC. The Steelers are in the market for a wide receiver, and one name that stands out above the rest is Jaylen Waddle. That's right, Jaylen Waddle. According to multiple reports, including from ESPN's Adan Shefter and Jeremy Fowler, the Steelers are actively seeking a receiver before the NFL trade deadline. This isn't speculation. It's happening. It's confirmed that Pittsburgh is among the top teams looking to buy, not sell, as the league hits a crucial stretch. And if you've watched this team week in and week out, you know why. DK Metcalf has brought muscle and presence to the WR room, but with Calvin Austin III's sideline for a consistent, explosive playmaker is undeniable. Let's talk about Jaylen Waddle. The former Alabama standout, now in his 4th NFL season, is electric. Pure electricity in shoulder pads. He's not just fast, he's efficient. He creates separation with ease, stretches the field vertically, and dominates on quick slants, jet sweeps, and intermediate routes. Waddle doesn't need 12 targets to make an impact. He can turn 5 targets into 100 yards. That's what makes him dangerous. In 2025 so far, despite playing in a struggling Dolphins offense, Waddle has recorded 29 receptions for 390 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging 13.4 yards per catch. And remember, this isn't a system that's been out of sync, where quarterback issues and coaching turmoil have clouded their offensive rhythm. Even with that, Waddle is producing. That tells you everything you need to know. Let's look at his career production. Over 4,500 receiving yards on 338 receptions. That averages out to 13.4 yards per reception across multiple seasons. That's consistency. That's elite territory. When we talk about WR2s that can elevate your entire offensive scheme, Waddle is one of maybe 3 or 4 in the entire league who check every box. Speed, route running, hands, yak potential, and football IQ. Now here's the kicker. His contract makes him even more appealing. Waddle signed a 3-year extension last offseason worth $84.75 million. He's set to earn $11 million next year, then $33 million and $37 million in the final year. Now that might sound like a lot, but in today's WR market, where guys are pushing $30 to $35 million per year already, Waddle's deal is an investment in value. By 2027, WR1s will be making north of $40 to $45 million per year. You're essentially locking in a top-tier WR at a discount. But why would Miami let him go? Well, the Dolphins are 1-5, their season is crumbling, Tyreek Hill is out for the year, and head coach Mike McDaniel is on the hot seat. Their quarterback situation is unclear. This is a franchise on the verge of hitting reset, and when that happens, no one is untouchable. You want draft picks, you want cap space, you want flexibility. And Pittsburgh, with a 3rd rounder and possibly a late round sweetener, could pry Waddle loose. And let me be clear, this isn't fantasy talk. This is strategy. The Steelers have been in contact with multiple teams. They've reached out to the Saints about Rashid Shaheed, another burner who could fit the offense. There's also been speculation around Chris Olave, though that's a long shot. But among all the possibilities, Waddle makes the most football sense. Why? Because of fit. You put Jaylen Waddle on the field with DK Metcalf, and defenses are instantly stretched thin. Safeties are forced to play deeper. Linebackers can't cheat up, down to a unit that can score in 2 plays from 70 yards out. That is the value of a Waddle. And let's talk intangibles. Waddle isn't a diva. He's not a locker room distraction. He's competitive. He's driven. He wants to win. That's Pittsburgh DNA. That's the kind of player Mike Tomlin thrives with. That's the kind of player who can take a playoff-bound team and make it a Super Bowl threat. Now look, there's no guarantee. Trades are negotiations. They involve timing, leverage, and risk. But Omar Khan has shown he's not afraid to be bold. This is the same GM who brought in Metcalf when most thought it was impossible. He's the guy who rebuilt the offensive line and reshaped the front seven. Khan is not here to sit still. He's here to win. So here's the big picture. The AFC is wide open. The Chiefs are vulnerable. The Bengals are banged up. The Ravens are inconsistent. The Browns are dealing with a quarterback carousel. This is the moment. If Pittsburgh gets aggressive now, if they go after Waddle or another high-impact wide receiver, they're not just adding talent. They're making a statement. They're telling the league, we're not here to sneak into the playoffs. We're here to compete. We're here to attack. We're here to win. And that's what makes this possible trade so exciting. It's not just about Waddle. It's about what he represents. Speed, power, potential, and a new era of Steelers football where we stop playing catch-up and start dictating terms. So I'll leave you with this. What do you think, Steelers Nation? Is Jaylen Waddle the move we should make? Would you prefer someone like Rashid Shaheed or Chris Olave? Or do you think we're better off standing pat and trusting our current roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you believe the Steelers are one wide receiver away from domination. Subscribe to Steelers Nation Wire and turn on notifications because this season is just getting started. And trust me, we'll be here for every trade, every rumor, and every touchdown. Let's ride this wave together. Let's stay loud. Let's stay proud. Here we go, Steelers.